This is the Charles River, and going to focus in on the lights over there. Well beyond that, going all the way back into South Boston, all the way Boston, rather. Lip is bothering me today. Kind of swollen, which makes me slur. All of this been redone. You've seen this boardwalk before, and it goes all the way west. Wow, what was that? On the map, all the way over to those mountains. It's got the orange trees. It's been refurbished. Don't think that'll make much difference right now, but I'll turn the light on. And the only thing I was lacking was the east side of the river. Now, going north from here, I haven't been into that area yet. But all these street lights will be working eventually. There is a residence underneath the collapsed bridge. And that's actually pretty cool. I like that one. But this goes back in a little ways here into, I don't guess what this would be, northwest Boston, as opposed to south. And it goes about that far. Haven't finished it yet. The problem I'm having is that the graphics processing unit of the computer is running into problems processing the graphics that I've created. Because eventually, if I keep going east, which we're headed right now, oh, that's cool. Look at that. I have to take care of it now. I'll forget it later. Come on. There you go. Scrap it and scrap it. Oh wow, look at it all over the place. Anyway, we're not here for that today. General clutter. Okay, we'll get rid of that too. General clutter, debris, and trash, no matter where it is or what it does, always, 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 I will delete it. Like even this pile up in here. I must be out of the build menu border area. Yeah. It says you are now outside. You are outside the settlement border. You can't build anything. That's why that car is still there. So we'll just get out of it. And it's a work in progress, but as you can see, I got some things done. That's on a new residence up there, actually, that didn't exist in the game as it is now. It existed, but it was junk. And if you go just over here, this used to be a ramp that was based on a dirt pile. Those tent things have to go. That's Raiders stuff. I don't want that on my builds. I pretty much left the walkway across the top of the buildings alone, and the catwalks and the scaffolding. So you get up on that bottle, and then that line takes you across on a gondola, I guess you would call it, up to that rooftop residence up there. That's pretty nice. We're not going up there right now. What I wanted to show you is that the dirt piles here are gone. They were huge dirt piles. And I got rid of them and made this nice stairway. Very nice stairway. Instead of the dirt piles. And cleaned up all the trash. Kind of left it the way it was. Even that flashing portion there that tells me something's overlapping and it shouldn't be like that. I just left it. I didn't do that, so that's not me that did that. I went this way. What is that? Get off my screen. Made a bar area up here. It's not quite finished yet. I got to put some tables and railing of some kind, some support for the roof. And then we go up to the upper portion of the bar area, and it's almost the same. I did put a railing around so people don't fall off. I left the table like it is. Really didn't do a whole lot here except repair the floors.
Okay,
I hate that one because now the color's all screwed up. I don't know. Has anybody else had that problem where you're playing Fallout 4, you go into hidden mode, and all of a sudden it'll change the color of everything? It's like, well, this is ridiculous. This is an indoor area that I don't know why. So the mods in this let you build all kinds of walls. Now watch this. I'm going to go drop down onto this roof here, and then I'm going to turn around and look back up. Actually, I can back through that wall and watch. What am I hitting? Okay, there it let me. And look, it's a solid wall on this side, but you can see through it on the other side. Well, that's nonsense. So I gotta change that. Going back down. Apparently, the car is back. What the hell? Who's shooting at me? You're about to die. Don't mess with exploding bullets. The sandbags are back. Well, that's crap. Crap. Wow. Told you my mouth ain't working right today. It's all swollen and hurts. Wouldn't think after all this time. Well, where is he? Shoot, so I can see. She's worthless. Thunderfoot. Just kind of running around showing you what's been done. This was the edge of the build border, was the top of these stairs, so that's why you have all these piles and garbage laying around now, because that's as far as I've gotten. It will be done. All of it cleaned up. Orange trees, lights put up, make it look like we still have civilization in this world. This was a complete fabrication by me. There was a existing building here, and I just started replacing the walls that were there. And eventually I replaced all of them. And this is what we have now. I totally built this with the menu, the Snappy Builds menu that came with the Snappy Builds mod, and made this home. Big kitchen. This is going to be a bathroom. It's not finished, so another big room, a balcony. I'm going to have to put some sort of ceiling over this because that is the bathroom. We don't want people peeking in the bathroom. Nice balcony. Unfortunately, the balconies don't function properly. You can walk right off the edge like I just did. Going back up, that's that room that we just showed you. And then the top floor is, it's not the attic, but it's the top floor. And as you can see, the whole east side of the Charles River is done. That's why it's all lit up over there. It's beautiful. I've run that so many times. I just enjoy it. It's a real nice river walk area. basically. Top floor, we're in the attic now. Nice attic. Really nice. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. We're just going to fall off these stairwells here and make it a quick way down. And there we are. We're down all the way. Refurbished walkway, all cleaned up. The lights are now working. One fountain at this end. And another fountain at the other end. This park did not exist. There was just a little bridge. This bridge with the... I put the benches there. Where these two benches are. That was here. But nothing else. And I built all of this where surrounding brick area. Expanded the dock a little bit. And you can walk all the way around. On the other side, I just left that open to the water. But this has turned out just really nice. Fancy schmancy fountain. I forget what this is called. Here, we'll go up and check because I know that the name is on the door. Ticonderoga. Cleaned up. The only thing that I wish I had was these lights are nowhere to be found in the Snappy Builds menu. So that one fell down and was laying here, and I tried to rearrange the orientation of it so it was, and then level it up so it would hang from the ceiling as the other ones do, and no go, I couldn't do anything with it. I tried several times and it just fought me the whole time, so I finally just trashed it. I replaced the windows as much as I could on this building. I think I still need to light up the outside. Looks like I did some. I did not do this side. That's the main side that needs to be done, because look at the rest of this. It's all done all the way around the pond. And then this building is something else. It was here, and you couldn't see through the windows, so I replaced all of those windowed walls with my own windowed walls that function. You can see through them. What was I doing here? Let's put up the wall. So, Snappy Builds, Snappy, go all the way over to this apartment complex thing, shell kit, and there are several different, those are your solid walls. If you go in there, that's the second one, because those are clean walls. That's the one I use for the solid wall portion. And then for the other portion, well, let's see, we've got all these commercial classic shell, which is exactly the way it sounds. It's the classic Fallout 4 dirty wall looking nasty. Blech, I don't like it. Commercial. You can pick your color, and then you have several different sizes and things. Pillars and more commercial. More commercial. Then there's a bathhouse, which has smaller windows. Wonder why. Church, Concord Museum, Faneuil Hall. I use that one quite a bit, and I've used garage one time. Old State House I used quite a bit. Red Rocket I've used twice. And residential I use all the time, and that's the one we're going to use now. And you can pick your wall colors. I really like this dark brick, but we're not dealing with that today. We're dealing with the red brick that you see on the fireplace. And the best match for that particular color is this one on the left. So you press on it and it brings up all these different walls. You can put a fireplace in here. You can put a corner door. You can put a arched window, double windows. They're quite a bit taller than the ones I'm going to be using. A single window. I'm not sure why that's over there. And then there's the one that we want. Now, if you want to continue on down this menu, which it looks like it repeats, and to some extent it does. Because once you get past a certain point, now it looks exactly like the one that we started out with way back at the beginning of the menu over here. Okay, see, this is the same one, except the only difference is this inner wall, the one that's spinning down there, is green. And if you go all the way over past all of those, then the next wall is blue. That's the difference. You can change the color of the interior. I just made this one white, no particular reason why. Now that that wall is in, we can get out of the menu. Let's save, because you want to save your work as you go. The Bethesda pushes updates sometimes, and this game gets real glitchy and crashes a lot because it's being updated at a rate that the mods that I use to build all this stuff can't keep up with the game developers' expansion pack thing that they would write to make the game work with mods. So what happens is they'll rewrite the expansion pack. Yeah, look at a nice view from up here. Anyway, so the expansion pack comes out first, and then the mods will be months later. So all this time while you're waiting, all your games are crashing because you can't build anything. You can't even play the game because the mods that you use to build all of this stuff aren't working with the new expansion pack. And that becomes a problem. The game won't even load at certain times. See that real colorful area over there? I'm already running into the GPU problem where I put so much color and so much work into that area that it overloads the GPU. It can't keep up, and the game will crash. Looking on this road, north on this road and east, you can see just how far I've gotten. This is the very edge of the build border. I have not gone. It would be northeast and east. The next portion of what I'm doing in this project will be to continue around the west side of the Charles River. You can kind of see where the east side of the Charles River follows the river, and it turns west as you go around this corner. The river turns and goes west and south and then west, actually. And all of that is done all the way down to Jamaica Plain on the east side. The west side is done. I believe what happens is, and we can go check it out, but I'm going to do that off camera. I believe what happens is it'll run east until the river turns, and then um, you'll have bays that come in from the ocean. And so on the west side, I don't believe you can go a single walk all the way around the river like you can on the east side. That's why I did the east side first, because I wanted to have this nice, long, finished area on the map. Um, we're so far away you can't tell, but the highways don't look like that anymore. That information won't load until we're on it. You can kind of see, I'm going to focus in, that handrail sticking up in the air. That is something that I built, and it actually connects that lower portion of the highway with that lower portion of the highway, and so on and so on and so on. Every level of these highways have been rebuilt. That was the first project that I did, was rebuild the highways. That was massive. And it was hard. It took a long time. I beat this game a long time ago. Fallout 4, I've got to meet my son, who's now the director of the institute, and all of that. That's kind of where the game ends. And I've already done that. Can you believe this? I am afraid of heights. And here I am standing on this ledge, getting ready to dive in the water just for the fun of it. And I'm scared of heights.